This is D Brown, the Begotten Son, and today we're going to dive within the Soundwave of Krush Groove.
I'm back up in my bag in the new season. I told you when the whole winter give me reason to show you what happened to that Xerses. Why you thinking you were God till you left bleeding?
That's a straight reference from the movie 300, where a lot of people really think that they're untouchable when it comes to whatever status they're in and all that. So that part, I just bring that in to say, show you what happened to Xerses, because that's the name of the main king that was in the first movie of 300, or actually I think the second one too, where he actually saw himself as a god and all that. And then after he actually got that spear through his mouth and ear or whatever, that's when he started realizing, like, oh, I bleed too, just like a man, like a mortal. So that's what that whole thing is about. Like, show you what happened to that Xerses when you thinking you were God till you left bleeding.
I kill him with the flow, I'm a headhunter. I should make a show, call it headhunter. Yelling Ichabod Crane, I'm a headhunter. Girl, I'm fiending for your brain, come be on headhunters.
So stringing that thought process of thinking you're a god till you left bleeding, I kill him with the flow, I'm a headhunter. So that's straightforward. And then I start playing with the word of headhunter, saying I should make a show and call it headhunter. And when I say yelling Ichabod Crane, I'm a headhunter, that was actually the name of the detective in the show, the movie, the story of the Headless Horseman. And of course the Headless Horseman always was hunting for heads. So Ichabod Crane was the one being haunted by this guy, or being pursued by the ghosts and all that. So it's like, that's why I say that part right there. Like, the Headless Horseman basically talking to Ichabod Crane, saying I'm a headhunter, and then having fun with it. Girl, I'm fiending for your brain, come be on Headhunters, as in the show Headhunters. And that's when, you know, when you hear that, I like that part right there, because it's like nice and witty about bringing back in the show of Headhunter over there into that. So it's just a nice witty line with that one.
But I ain't waiting around to see your ass pop. I'd rather make moves on the asphalt. When lame boys fail, they say it's her ass fault. The sad thing about it, this is real talk.
So this line right here, if you remember in a previous episode of Within The Soundwave, this basically ties into that same idea of, I'm not going to wait around for your ass pop. I'd rather make moves on the asphalt, which is the concrete, the street and whatnot. So just going out and get it, you know, instead of waiting just to have that type of, if you remember, I was talking about like that frivolous type fun or frivolous time and all that. That's why I say when lame boys fail, they actually say that it was her ass fault. Like, people get caught up such in the looks or just, once again, that whole mindset of just having to have some and having to just chase women around, chase girls around and whatnot. And while they're steadily chasing, they're missing all the opportunities right in front of their face, and because of that, they fail on a lot of stuff. And then after they fail, they don't just own up to it and say, yeah, I mean, I was focusing on the wrong stuff. They actually say, oh, well, it was her fault. It's blame her. You know, where it's like, no, you was the one focusing on all of that when you could have been focusing on the opportunities right in front of you.
If you ain't able to respond to the pressure that gravity's throwing at you, then you will never see a blast off.
Now, this tying it in with the whole thought process of a rocket ship taking off. The main problem for a rocket ship taking off, of course, is the weight, the heaviness of everything, and you need a lot of energy to get a rocket ship out of orbit, out of the Earth atmosphere. The biggest enemy to a rocket ship is, of course, gravity. You know, so that's why with this, if you want to be that one that's out there in the stratosphere and all that, if you are not able to respond to the pressure of gravity, which is like a common law that we all know, that we all feel, you know, if you can't take that, which in this case it means, you know, the pressure of everyday life, the pressure of the world, the pressure that the world try to put on you, if you can't handle that, then you would never be able to see a blast off, because once again, that's the number one enemy of a rocket trying to get out into space. So if you're trying to get out of space or to another level, with how you're living or whatever you're building and growing, if you can't get past the basic laws or the basic problems of the pressure of the world trying to hold you down, because the world will easily do that, just try to hold you down, suppress your thinking, suppress your creativity, suppress anything about you. If you can't get past that, then you will never see it blast off.
You gotta be fully weather protected, fully metal with jackets and Teflon when you step in the past.
And then that right there, to continue on with that whole idea of the rocket ship. That's why I say you gotta be all these things, all weather protected, Teflon and all that, to pass stars. Now that's a double entendre right there, because seeing that we're talking about going out into space, of course that's where the stars are at and everything, but to get there to the stars, you have to be all these things. And then also, when you bring it back into the reality sense, or what this means for a person, it's like you want to be this type of person. That person that you idolize, or that person that you look up to, the stars that you see, you want to be them. But if you're not able to handle the pressure, you can never get there. So you gotta be somebody who's on their A game to get past these stars that you look up to and say, oh, that person's doing it just like I want to do it. You know, you gotta be Teflon when you step in. You have to be all the way on your A game and just killing it every time, every day. You gotta kill it to pass these type of stars. That's why they are where they're at, because they know how to kill it on a regular basis, consistently kill it. So if you want to get to where the stars are at, you gotta consistently kill it.
Krush Groove, can't crush dreams. Passing them around to the whole team. I don't really care, and it's alright.
With the title, you know, I took this from the title of the movie that I really love, for that loosely based on how Def Jam started and all that. It's called Krush Groove, and for that's why with this whole hook, with this whole beat and everything, I have this whole feel of those drums and all that. They give you a nice hip hop feel with it and everything when you're vibing with it. And then that's why I say I crush grooves, or crush grooves but can't crush dreams. Like, I would rather crush grooves on this music. I would rather just go ahead and kill it every time on a track. But trying to crush somebody's dreams, or somebody trying to crush your dreams or my dreams, no, that's not gonna happen. I will crush grooves, but you can't crush my dreams.
I'ma tell you right now, I ain't taking Christmas off, and I'ma see you real soon on New Year's Eve, and I'ma bring in the New Year's making heat. If you ain't up on that hustle, boy, take a seat.
With this verse, I was basically stating about the fact that I'm dropping this music every week, a new song every week. At this time when this song was coming out, it's basically in the winter time, and the next couple weeks, it was Christmas and New Year's that was coming up. So instead of me taking off on those days because it's a holiday, and actually I believe they fell on a Sunday, a Saturday or a Sunday on those days. So it was like, no, I'm not taking those days off. I'm actually going to make the music and drop the music on each one of those days. Here come Christmas, boom, new song. New Year's Eve, yeah, new song. And then bring in the New Year's, making heat. That was basically me saying, you know, I'm going to be making music on that day. Either bringing it in, or the day before into the next day, or that day, New Year's Day, I'm making music. And I made sure I stayed to that, because once I said it in the song, it was like, okay, now I really gotta do it. So, because I want to be factual with a lot of stuff that I'm saying. So that's what that basically is saying, that I'm just still dropping music weekly, no matter what holiday it comes up or whatever. It's more stuff coming, more content coming.
I don't care about your sound or what you sound like. If you sound like today, you a damn sound bite.
When I'm listening to music, when I'm listening to the favorite songs that I like, the favorite artists that I like, the favorite producers, you know, I listen and I love to hear something that's different, you know. And saying this right here, when it comes to anything new, like, I really don't care what the sound is or what you sound like, because if you sound like what's out today, as in if you're just trying to fit into this cookie cutter mold, once again, if you're trying to fit into this cookie cutter mold of whatever is popular, and you're just doing it because it's popular, you know, and you're trying to make your sound to sound like anything that's popular, to the point where you have no identity, then it's like, I don't care about all that. Because if you do that, then you're just a soundbite, which basically as we say, a sound bite, where you take a little snippet of something and you just play that back, or of a sound, that's the sound bite. But at the same time with this, once again, double entendre is not just let me take a little piece of whatever you said and use that as a sound bite, but also the sound bite of you're biting somebody else's sound. So seeing that you're biting somebody else's sound, you're not showing your true identity. I don't care to hear it. It don't faze me, because I'm just not going to be a true listener, because I know that you just sound like everything else. It's not your creativity that's coming through. And if you know me, you already know that when it comes to creativity, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something that looking for the people that actually come up with things and want to be unconventional, or just want to come about something in a different way. Just show their imprint of what they make. That's what resonates with me, where it's just like, do something different, do something that stands out. Like, I don't want to hear the same thing over the same song 10 songs in a row before a new song comes out, which is actually, each song was different, but they all sound the same. So it's like the same song 10 songs in a row. Do something different, because once a lot of people start doing something different, we have more of a variety out here that we can actually bump to and love and check out and be like, oh, I love how this artist did this producer killed this way. And it's just a nice variety of creativity that's feeding everybody out here.
I don't see no competition, cause I keep them rounds tight. Talking about 16 in a clip, and I hold a 16 in my brain, and I'm ready to spit. And every time that I spit, somebody get hit.
That's basically pointing out that, I don't see no competition, because once again, when you're in your own lane, when you're pumping out the creativity that you have to give to the world, you're just pumping it out and not worrying about the sides, what's going on in your peripherals. You're just focused in on what you're doing. And that's why I say with this, because I keep those rounds tight, talking about 16 in a clip or a magazine, which is more accurately expressed. But then I also say 16 in the brain, which once again, right now, I'm not writing down my music or writing down my lyrics or anything. Especially like with this song and a lot of different songs, I just had the music playing in the car, and I come up with the lyrics right there while I'm driving around in my car, and I just remember the 16. So hold a 16 in your brain. 16, of course, is the standard, I guess you could say, standard size of a hip-hop verse and all that, standard width of a hip-hop verse. So keep a 16 in my brain and I'm ready to spit. And every time that I spit, somebody get hit. Just talking about, of course, just bringing something that's hard. So keep a 16 in my brain. The lyrics that I come up with, and I pass those on. I make sure I have that ready, so then once I get in front of the mic, then I can just go ahead and spit that 16. So basically, that's Krush Groove right there, and you can find that on anywhere that you stream your music, for Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud, wherever. And you can also save the playlist #Begotten Sunday, and then from there you get all the songs that I'm dropping every week. It'll be right there in the playlist, on the top of the playlist. So like I said, that's Krush Groove, and we're just going to keep on coming out with more stuff. And with that, my name is D Brown, the Begotten Son, and I'm out.